over the weekend, the Pelicans, with a nice two-piece. And most importantly, like, don't get me wrong, the Blazers win was excellent. Pulling away, winning, sure. But Friday night against the Clippers, the game we talked about on Friday that you had to have, very important for the standings. It was going to decide who had the tiebreaker for the season series between the two teams. And how about this? I didn't realize the Pelicans had not beaten a good team at home since December when they beat the T-Wolves. Remember, like, they've been doing this thing where they've been beating the quality teams on the road, but every time they played host, I mean, remember they just got worked by the Cavs here recently. Like, every time they played host, Heat, all those Friday night games where we'd build up all the hype and then it would just kind of fall flat on its face. Well, here was the most important one to date. To get the team that you're directly competing with in Los Angeles, you got the Skeletons, unis, and court out, and the boys took care of business 112-104, and it was all about Zion Williamson, who now the most important part of the year is finally getting to play, and he's playing his best basketball, 34 points, 7 boards, 3 steals. And how about the move that Willie Green makes with 3 minutes left in that game? Will Guillory from The Athletic did a really good job of pointing this out and writing about it. But with 3 minutes left, okay, the Pelicans have been pretty awful offensively this entire season. In clutch minutes offensively, they're 26th in the NBA. So they have struggled down the stretch. So here, trying to hold on to a lead, 3 minutes left, Willie Green did something great. He puts in a group that has only played 5 minutes together all season long. He benches C.J. McCollum, your salty vet, goes Zion at point guard, Herb, Ingram, and Murphy on the wings, Nance at center, and it gets it done. You end up winning that game. Pels out now have the 3-1 tiebreaker over the Clips should it come down to that. They have a nice 2.5 game cushion between them and the Kings, who are right behind them, and they're now just 1 game behind Los Angeles. Excellent job by this Pelican squad.
Yeah, you had the win against the Pacers in March, and so that was a big home win. You lost to them on the road, but still, to your point, T-Bob, like, you need Western Conference wins.
Yep.
Like, it's got to be against the teams that we've talked about. You're in that cluster of Suns and Clippers and Kings where you want to not be in the play-in, because this is a team, and it's not just us saying it, it's people that cover this, and it's the only sport that they cover, right? NBA experts that say the Pelicans could be a dangerous team in any 7-game series, and we know that because of what they've done so far this year. So it was nice to see them go out there against the Clippers, but also how many times have, in the last couple of years we talked about, man, it's a nice win, and then you come back against a bad team, whatever team you want to call a bad team, and you'd lose that next game, right? So they beat the Clippers, and then they come back and they beat a bad Trailblazers team.
Take care of business.
So being able to handle success, take care of business, those things are the most important thing for me, because, sure, you can get out for the big game, and they did against the Clippers, but so many times over the last couple of years, like, even when the Pelicans have made the play-in, we're like, man, like, why do you lose to the Magic and the Bulls every time that you play them? It used to be the Timberwolves. Actually, the T-Wolves are good now, but, like, T-Wolves used to be a team that you would lose to. So, like, being able to handle that, I think, is showing you that this team is different. It's no longer the same team. It's a team that is going to put fear into whoever they play in the postseason. They have figured themselves out as far as the rotation and different things. And then Willie's not afraid, like you mentioned, to throw a lineup out there that's played 5 minutes together. Like, he has trust in his team right now. So all things are going extremely well for the Pelicans. It's exciting. If you can stay healthy going into the postseason, there is not a series that you can get in where you feel like you don't have hope.
And, I mean, to be fair, there's a good chance you end up squaring up with the Clippers one way or another.
Yeah.
Y'all are looking like y'all are going to finish at 4-5 potentially with some combination there. And those are a lot of basketball to be played. But Pels 7-3 in their last 10. Clips and Kings both 5-5. And the Point Zion experiment not experiment, because that's not what it is. But the evolution and development of Point Zion just continues to get more and more dominant. Adam Field saying Zion transformed into that gritty, hard-nosed warrior hero is something good to see. It's happening for him. I agree. And now you can tell that he's just excited to be there, man, in terms of, like, being available, feeling healthy, playing meaningful basketball in the midst of a tense playoff race. It's just a great time